welcome back to the Geek Easy Lounge, fellow geeks. And this time we will be talking about Guilty Pleasures Volume 1, published by Marvel Comics, written by Laurell K. Hamilton, based upon the book of the same name. This is basically just the graphic novelization of the book, or part of the graphic novelization, because it only goes up to a certain point in the book. So, in case there are people out there who don't know about this character, and I'm sure there are a lot, the titular character, Anita Blake, which is her right here, is a necromancer and a vampire executioner. In this universe, vampires are real and they are known. People are aware of them, and for the longest time, they weren't considered human. But there was a court case, which has been named, I don't remember what it was, but that gave them full rights as any alive human would. But, when there are vampires commit crimes, they have a special section of the police to take care of it, because vampires are faster, stronger, and all that than the regular humans. And Anita Blake is one of them. One of the, not the vampires, but one of the people who are sent after vampires who are criminals. And you have to have a warrant in order to kill them, or if you don't, it's considered murder. And among the vampire population, she is referred to as the executioner because she has that many kills. She is also a necromancer, which means that she can control the dead. She works for a company called Animators Inc., and she is on retainer from the police. So in this book, she is contacted. She is there's been a bunch of about like 5 murders of vampires recently, and the head of the vampires in St. Louis brings her to Guilty Pleasures, or she goes to Guilty Pleasures, which is a vampire strip bar where all the a lot of people go to, and a vampire by the name of Jean Claude, who she knows, says, hey, we need you to help us solve these murders, because she had already been contacted by a guy that she knew already, and she said no. And eventually, the head vampire of St. Louis threatens her and says, you need to help us find who's killing these vampires, or we're going to murder your friends. And so this part is her getting pulled into investigating the murder and the murderers, and the first part of her investigation. So it's setting up the world, bringing certain characters in, and getting the investigation started. Now, I read the book, and this is following the book pretty closely. And this is back when her Laurell K. Hamilton stuff was good. They were tight. The stories were tight. They moved along. The mysteries were good. You needed to try and figure stuff out. As she goes further along in her books, there's like 20 of them now or something like that. They get she winds up being like Stephen King and some of the other ones, where the books go from 100, 200 pages to like 500. Excuse me, because they get creative control and they don't need to edit stuff. But this is a really good story. The art is very well done. They make, take a look at this. This is some pretty good art. And the vampires in this series of books, can be creepy. Some are just really vile and some of them aren't. So they're more realistic as opposed to them all just being these awesome people that everyone wants to be like. If you like Laurell K. Hamilton's books, these adaptations are really good. The only problem I had with this is that I thought it was the whole book, but it is only the first 6 issues because they were released in floppies. And this is just a collection of the first 6 issues, so I'm going to have to, at some point, get volume 2 to finish it up. But I'm going to give it a 4.0 out of 5. Recommend you pick them up if you are a fan of Laurell K. Hamilton's work or her earlier work, either way. And let me know in the comments below whether you read her stuff or not, read this book, and what you thought of it. Like, subscribe, and most of all, enjoy your comics.